Good evening. We begin in London, Ontario tonight, where a memorial grows for a Muslim family struck and killed in what police say was a targeted crime motivated by hate. Community members, including London's mayor, stopped by to pay their respects. Many laid flowers at the site where police say a lone male driver struck a family of 5 who were out for a walk on Sunday evening. 4 were killed, the only survivor, a 9-year-old boy.
I heard an impact, and I looked off my balcony, and I saw the truck up on the sidewalk and just speed away. And then I realized they were, people lying in the street.
I'm more concerned about that little boy who just lost his whole family, right? Just like that.
I just wanted to come down here, just walk down here and just be here in the same space, just recite some prayers for the family.
Well, I just think it wasn't fair to them just because of their culture and their background, and just because they were wearing like Pakistani clothes that they got hurt.
The love of our community must triumph over hate, and it will take an entire community and the love of an entire community to be the disinfecting light on this incident of hate.
The Premier also offering his condolences tonight, saying in a statement, hate and Islamophobia have no place in Ontario. A vigil for the family will be taking place tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the London Muslim Mosque. To Adrian Ghobrial now with more on how the tragedy unfolded and the latest on the investigation.
It's being called the worst mass murder in London, Ontario's history. This is in part what took place yesterday when a family of 5 were run over. It was about 8:40 p.m. when eyewitnesses say they saw a black pickup truck racing here on Hyde Park Road and South Carriage Road. It didn't slow down as it approached the curb. You can see the black tire marks right here along the sidewalk. This is where the family was standing, and the pickup truck continued down the grass. You can see there's a sign, a metal sign that was completely flattened. Now, this entire community has been shaken to its core. I spoke with one woman who was driving in her vehicle. She was actually stopped at a red light when the pickup truck drove right by her.
And mostly just saw a whole slew of people just on the ground waving their arms, trying to help people. There's a couple police officers doing compressions.
Paige Martin was stopped at a red light 2 blocks away when a black pickup truck flew past her.
A large black truck flew past me, and it was enough to shake my car and the next car beside me. And it was one of those things where you're just in shock and then continue to see them blow a couple more red lights.
We believe that this was an intentional act and that the victims of this horrific incident were targeted. We believe the victims were targeted because of their Islamic faith.
20-year-old London resident Nathaniel Veltman has been charged with 4 counts of first-degree murder and 1 count of attempted murder. Police believe the reported attack was planned and premeditated. The victims include a 75-year-old and a 44-year-old woman, along with a 46-year-old man and a 15-year-old teenage girl. A 9-year-old boy is the lone survivor. He's currently in hospital, listed in serious condition.
Stage in the investigation, that's our belief, is that it was an intentional act.
The suspect continued to drive after the incident for about 10 minutes and was arrested here at London's Cherry Hill Mall. That's about 6 kilometers from the horrifying scene. Eyewitnesses say that he was wearing some sort of body armor as police took him into custody.
He was wearing a vest that appeared to be like body armor.
The family members have asked that we not share the identity of the victims. However, a friend did share with City News that the deceased are members of London's Pakistani community.
They're one of the nicest person I have ever known. A really beautiful family. I often saw them on the evening walks. Last I saw them on Thursday. They were walking in the same area. This is the same area I walk daily as well. And usually we come across paths with each other and exchange greetings.
For so many, this unthinkable loss is just sinking in for this community.
Knowing that, there's a kid, multiple kids, it's awful. This family's just out for a walk.
The memorial here has been growing by the minute tonight. Flowers, teddy bears, even a little Hulk perhaps for the 9-year-old boy who's currently in hospital. Now, those who have been showing up here tonight of all different backgrounds, all different religions, of all different races say there's no place for racism or hate in this community or in any city from coast to coast. Now, again, London, Ontario police are working with the RCMP as they look at whether or not terrorism charges will be laid. And the sign here that was put up on the post pretty much sums it all up. Love for all, hatred for none. I'm Adrian Ghobrial for City News.